Good morning. My name is Susie Terrace, and today we're looking at Luke 10, verse 39, and the first part of verse 40. Verse 39, this is about Mary and Martha, and I know for a lot of us, we're really familiar with the story of these two sisters, but it says, verse 39 says that Martha had a sister named Mary who sat at the Lord's feet and was listening to what he said. And then verse 40, but Martha was distracted by her many tasks. So I know as I went through and looked at these verses and I read them in a lot of different translations, and I know even in the Amplified in verse 40, it says that Martha was overly occupied and too busy being distracted. And I was thinking how, all of us go through those times when we really are overly distracted and too busy. But sometimes even when we're not busy, we still have those distractions. And I know a lot of times when I sit down to read my Bible, it's just like those random thoughts that start coming into all of our minds, and just how we have to push through those sometimes and don't give up, but stay there and stay in the Word and listen for the Lord's voice and trust the Holy Spirit that He is going to speak to us. And I was also thinking about the position of Mary and Martha. I mean, that physical position, that Mary had sat down at the Lord's feet and was listening, and how Martha was up and she was so busy. And it's so important for us to sit with the Lord, to sit at His feet, to find that secret place and go there, every day, making it a part of our regular day to sit at His feet and listen for His voice. And there's another verse I wanted to share with you. It's just a really special verse to me. It's also in Luke, but it's from the last chapter of Luke, Luke 24, verse 32. And this is when two of the disciples have been on the road to Emmaus. They've been walking with Jesus after He was resurrected. They don't even realize that it is Jesus. And that just blows our minds. We're like, how could they have been with Him and not known that it was Him? But they were. But when they get back and they're with the other disciples and Jesus is gone, then they say, were not our hearts burning within us while He was speaking to us and while He was explaining the scriptures to us? And if we can just push through our distractions, even if it's simple distractions, if we can just push through and get to that place where we're in the Word, we're in our prayer time, we're just having that special time with Jesus. And our hearts do burn. Our hearts burn because the Holy Spirit is within us. And He is explaining His Word to us, or we hear His voice. And it's those special times that just make it so important to push through the distractions and not give up and walk away when we just feel like, we're too busy or we're too distracted. Because it's so worth it when our hearts are burning within us as He explains the Word to us, as the Holy Spirit is working within us.